Ooh, if I do this right, that won't get deleted. Ah.
Everything we've tried gets deleted.
I know. Don't have to worry about the other stuff, so. Dun dun dun! Are you on your second set?
Yeah.
Third set?
Second.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 8.
All right. Give yourself a rest. So. Oh, there it is. So, it's workout with the cripple.
Workout with a cripple.
Yep.
Who's a cripple?
Well, they didn't see you walking in here, so.
This is true.
This tends to help his legs, strengthens his legs, lengthens the hamstrings, gets his quads better working, and helps him to walk better. So, hopefully we can be doing this more often. Hopefully he'll be doing this every day at least.
For a while, anyway.
Until we run out of weight to put on there, and then we have to either buy more or just buckle down and go to the gym. So, we had a recent podcast that we did, but it completely and totally got deleted. And it was about people being rude and calling other people retarded. Yeah, retarded. As in mentally deficient, not, flame retardant. But someone at work.
All because she wanted to check his receipt.
And she also has cerebral palsy.
Cerebral palsy, yeah.
So, and some people, I guess, just feel that it's perfectly okay to actually say that kind of crap. I wonder if the person was older. Because it's kind of been asked of Gary too. Whenever he was walking back to show a customer where something was. Keep going.
Yes. That was 10.
Okay. And,
Can't remember third or fourth step. But...
It's alright. Just rest. But, the guy asked you if you were retarded. What was the words? How do you say it?
Asked me if my feet... asked me if I was retarded because my feet definitely were. Yeah.
Then he was... How old was he? Was he an older guy?
He was an older guy, yeah.
And I think that has...
Good Lord.
We have kittens that went in. I think that has a lot to do with it. The older generation.
Yeah.
They're more likely to use the word retarded to actually describe someone that has an intellectual disability or what they perceive as an intellectual disability. And of course, then there's the younger generation that says, "Boy, it's retarded." Which for a while there, it changed. For a while there, it wasn't. Oh, that's retarded. It was. It's so gay. I don't know. I don't know what the next one's going to be. But I don't know why people feel they have the right to say stuff like that. I mean, do they not think?
I don't know what it is.
It upset the girl that it happened to.
It did. It upset her. I talked to her online, so.
Well, how old is she? She's younger, isn't she?
She's younger than me. I'm not sure how old she is, though. Probably in her 30s.
Okay. And some people it just rolls off their back. Whenever it happened to you, you just kind of laughed it off.
Laughed it off and went up and told the CSM, and the CSM got a hold of the manager, and the manager asked me if I wanted him to wanted them to go find him so he could apologize to me. God knows why.
I'm sorry, a forced apology is not really an apology.
Nope.
I can't stand that. I mean, maybe, and I'm sorry, an older person is not going, that's offensive. They're not going to understand that. I do believe that was 4.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go up and do another one?
Yeah.
Another set? I might add another. Take this off. I'm going to add a 5. So now you got 30 on here. One last one. Don't just fling them up there. Really squeeze. And yeah, whenever I told my aunt one time when Gary and I first got together, first got married, because it didn't take long. There was a very short period of time, not a very long,
Courtship.
no, not at all, not a very long courtship, not a long engagement. It was just real quick.
6 months.
Yep, 6 months. And that was 14 years ago, so it worked out.
We think. I'm joking.
If you weren't crippled before now, you are going to be later when I hobble you. But I told her that he has cerebral palsy, and she's like, is he all there? I'm like, she was trying, God bless her, to avoid asking me basically if he was retarded. And I don't know. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with his mind. He's perfectly fine. He's not retarded. And of course she went, whew. I'm like, dude. So, and I think a lot of that just has to do with the older generation. Plus, if you think about this, you can come on over this way and you can go around on your side. If you think about this,
Sorry.
no problem. A lot of times, people that had even just disabilities like you, just a physical disability,
Yeah.
were put in homes.
Yep.
So, people back in the 50s and 60s, like when my parents and stuff grew up, 70s, you didn't see people with disabilities out that weren't actually, some type of mental disability, and their parents couldn't afford to put them in another place, or were just waiting for a place to open up so they could just make them wards of the state.
Yeah.
So I think that has a lot to do with it. So, do you have anything in your pockets that's going to stab you?
No, not like I did the other day.
Alright, well, let's do this. I got you. Whoa. Okay?
Yeah.
Alright, ease up and over. And, are you comfortable?
Yeah. There we go.
There we go. Alright. So,
I know of a girl that was my age that had nothing wrong with her except for cerebral palsy, I think it was, that was put in a home in Newcastle.
well, and it's some of that has to do with the parents. I think the doctors actually would talk the parents into it. All the way. There you go. So in a way, it's like all the way. It's not even a cultural thing. It's just a generational thing. You know, hopefully we'll get rid of the whole "Are you retarded?" thing soon. Keep going. All the way, all the way. Okay, one more. Keep go, 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 go. There you go. All right, rest for a second. Relax. I know.
Relax.
There's no such thing as relaxing. I'm not going to put a whole lot on here. We're just going to go up a little, little. So there's a 10 on here, and now there's a 2.5. Give yourself plenty of rest. But, yeah. And you know, it also, that type of language will bleed over into some of the more invisible disabilities, like actual mental disabilities.
Yeah.
Because, you know, oh, I'm so bipolar. And it's like, okay, no you're not. But okay, I get what you're saying, but it's not. Can't make up your mind, you're not bipolar, it's just you're indecisive. Or if somebody is like, oh my god, she's such a schizo. No, I can show you schizo. I can show you bipolar. And neither of those.
1, 2.
Go, 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 go. Here you go. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. I think, keep going, keep going, keep going. I think the key to some of it is, keep going, keep going. To make things go, 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 more visible. Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, there you go. You got the leg. That was 10. You got that leg shake
9.
going on. Oh, 9? Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay, well we got video to check it out later. So, I don't know. There's a fine line. You can either talk about it to normalize it. Because even people that do have intellectual disabilities, they don't deserve to be treated like crap. People that have mental disabilities or mental illnesses don't deserve to be treated like crap. Nobody that has a disability deserves it. Nobody in general deserves to be treated like something that's subhuman or subpar or anything like that. So,
No.
I think if you just, it's a fine line between talking about it and normalizing the fact that we just, dude, we're here, we're in society, and you're just going to have to deal with it. And then at some point you get into the squeeze, to the point where then you separate yourself and you make yourself other. So what happens is you're going to have to squeeze harder. There you go. You end up making a bigger divide in the group if you try to be kind of in your face, you know? And trying to be a part of the group, you actually make yourself stand out even more. Did you not rest enough? Squeeze. There you go. Squeeze here. Up, 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 up. There you go. You got it.
That's 3. That's.
Alright. You want me to take that 2 off? Is it?
No, that's fine.
It's fine? Okay. You don't want to overwork yourself.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's not like I want people to look at me. You can't look, well, no, you can kind of look at me and see that I'm a little off in the head. Gary, you can see him watch him walk and you know he's a little off in the head.
It's because I'm off in the head?
Yes, it's because you're off in the head. Well, it is a brain injury, dear, so.
Yes, it is.
A little off in the head. It's all in your head. Why, yes it is. But.
You know, it's because my parents did something wrong in their life, so they're being punished.
Oh, Lord. No. No. Anyway. You don't necessarily want your disability to define you. But then again, I mean, it is a part of you. So, in a way, it does define you. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.
My leg's slipping there.
Squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze. There you go. Awesome. Which, you know, is also just because Stephen Hawking died just the other day. There are some people that keep going, keep going, keep going. That only know him as the dude in the wheelchair that should have died 50 years ago but didn't. Are you done with that? Yeah? Okay. So what we're going to do now is you're going to turn over on your stomach. If you can. Well, on your stomach. On your back. I got this leg. I'm sorry. And yeah, I think in a way, other than his disability did define him. Because
no matter what anybody says, if you're disabled, your disability defines you to some extent.
yeah. He used it to his advantage.
Yeah.
So
I don't think he would have ended up as famous as he was without being disabled.
I agree. I also don't think he would have done as much as he did if he had. I even think he even said that he wouldn't have done as much because, you know, he wasn't able to actually do lectures and stuff because he lost his voice.
Yeah.
So go ahead and lay back. Oh, watch out for the bar. You're not going to worry about this bar. Because what you're going to do is you're going to do your hip bridges.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So, get up here as far as you can.
Whoa.
Scoot. There you go. Get your heels in there. Okay. What do you want? 10 or 25?
25.
Okay. More exercises. You're seeing how he helps himself here.
1, 2,
Even though Gary has spastic diplegia and he's constantly tense, his muscles are actually kind of weak, especially his hip flexors. Alright, wet rest it. And this helps your hip flexors getting in this area here. You squeeze your cheeks together when you go up. Was you squishing the boys? A little bit. Sorry.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. This is good for anybody. This exercise is good for anybody. You don't have to do it with weight. The weight just adds a little extra to it. There you go. And also how close your heels are to your butt actually will affect exactly which muscles are worked. I am not a doctor, nor am I a fitness specialist, or anything like that.
She just plays one on TV.
I just play, I pretend to do that when I'm lifting weights. The fat chick sport, man, let me tell you. So, alrighty.
Okay.
That's all you're gonna do, 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Well, that's
make some noise! So, do you want to work with the bar or not?
No.
No, okay. No problem. Remember how I told you how to get up? Put your feet behind the back behind as far as you can. Keep going. Other one. Squeeze your knees as far as you can together. Scoot down a little bit. Wiggle, wiggle. Squeeze and do a sit up. 1 sit up a day. Just one.
Just one set up a day.
Just 1 sit up a day.
One set up a day for the cripple.
For now. So, what was your original reason for wanting to do, like, the cripple show? Do you remember? Because it's been a year ago now.
This guy walked up to me and basically he said that I didn't know. Somebody posted something on Facebook, and it was.
If your spouse.
If your spouse ended up permanently disabled, would you stay with them? And I said something to the effect on Facebook that, for one thing, nobody's going to answer that honestly if they're not going to stay with the spouse. And something else.
Some of it had to do with, like, sex or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, couldn't have sex or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But,
someone doesn't understand that there's an entire industry
and
that has to deal with people that have missing limbs, a limp, short legs, dwarfism.
I answered that question on Facebook, and he basically walked up to me and told me that I didn't know what I was talking about when it came to disabilities or whatever. And that made me start thinking I should probably do a podcast or something. But like she said, like we said earlier,
every time we've tried to do anything, we end up losing it. So we
Right.
can't post it or anything.
So this is just taking video, and hopefully I'll mess with it a little bit, won't lose it, and I'm just going to post it. It's going to be fairly raw. I
Yep.
think what we should do is actually just try to go live on the Facebook page for that cripple show
Yeah.
for a little while until we can get enough people to, because you have to have a certain amount of people have liked and subscribed your channel on YouTube now in order to go live on YouTube.
Yeah.
So until we can build up a base, and then we can go live on YouTube too, and I'll actually set up a camera instead of my.
The cat's making noise. Which cat is it?
I'm pretty sure it's Xena because. Yes? Is there a problem? What's wrong? Do you think we're trapped in here? I think she thinks we're trapped in here.
Do you think there's a fire? You trying to tell us there's a fire?
So, welcome to Gary's current workout for now. Hey, who knows, maybe we'll make that a thing too.
Yeah.
But I'll post this and ask for questions. Give us some ideas to talk about. Because otherwise we're just going to talk about our gimpy selves. I mean, he walks with a limp and I'm a little... Woo. It's too high for him. He's like you, he can't jump that high, Dad. Come on.
You can't even jump that high?
What's on you?
This is Nikki, if you can see him.
He's our doggy. He's our son. So, alright. Peace out. I happen to know that Gary's going to be walking a little bit better after this.